Hello, everybody. Welcome to our very first episode of Walking in My Wheels, the podcast that talks about anything and has absolutely no structure. Just me rolling through life with a couple of awesome friends. With me today, I got my co-host. To my left is Bern. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, Andrew Webbs. How you doing?
Spectacular. And to my right, we have the man, the myth, the beard, Grizz. What's going on, buddy?
Yo, yo, yo.
Chicky.
I know, right?
So, what's going on, guys?
Oh, man, I'm just pumped. We've been practicing this for, 8 months now?
Yeah, man, I'm stoked, thrilled, pumped, whatever
Yeah,
adjective you want to throw out there.
Our goal is to bore the crap out of everybody out there, and, you'll probably turn this off in 5 minutes. But who cares? We're
All
having
five
a great
of
time.
you.
What, I'm sorry?
All five of you.
All 5 of you, yes.
Yeah.
I was at least going for at least 12, maybe 13,
I think we'll pull more than that.
maybe.
So, anyways, we've been working on this for a long time, and we'll just kind of give you a brief overview of who we are real quick, and kind of tell you how this all got started, and then we'll just kind of get into it. My name is Derek, and I'm the crippled one, hence the name Walking in Your Wheels, Walking in My Wheels.
Isn't it Walking My Wheels?
I know, right? First episode, I already messed up the name of it.
I don't even know what the name of my own podcast is.
I know. I'm a failure. I'm a failure.
It's okay. He's just went off to cry.
Mama. Yeah, so basically, well, Grizz, I mean, you were there when this all started. So why don't you kind of give us an idea of how this, or give the world an idea of how this all kind of began out of nowhere 8 months ago.
Out of nowhere. You never know what's going to happen on a smoke break at work. Just people out there shooting the shit, just doing whatever they want to say. We think we're funny people. So, we're...
Oh, no, we're funny.
Oh,
we're funny.
We are.
You people might not think we're funny, but we know we're funny. So that's all that really matters at this point in the game.
Exactly. So, we have those absurd, in-your-face jokes that you really can't even say out loud again. It all kind of just rolls. People are offending each other. And then we're like, you know what? We're funny people. Y'all should have a radio show. And then it was like, hey, hold on. We could do a podcast. So... that just kind of rolled into. First thing that hopped in my brain was Derek. Derek, you're one of the funniest guys I know, quick-witted, always has something funny to say. So I had to, get Derek. And then, Derek, you can pick it up from here because that's where Bern comes in, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm sitting at my desk because me and Grizz work with each other, and I get a phone call, a very rare thing from Grizz, and he says, come downstairs right now. Well, at that point in my life, I need to stop working, and the company starts paying me. So I go have a conversation with my friend. So I put my scooter in high gear, go to the elevator because stairs suck, go down the elevator, go to the first floor.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
They didn't put in those ramps we requested, right?
Yeah, right. Still waiting on the ramps in my apartment complex, but that's a whole nother podcast.
David Barbecue. God.
I know, gosh. So I go downstairs. He's like, we're doing a podcast. I said, what? He said, we're doing a podcast. And then he goes, and you're the man. I'm like, well, how am I the man? I don't want to be the man. I just want to do a podcast. I can just sit there and be co-host. He goes, no, you're the man. It's going to be around you because you're crippled. Like, you can't exploit my disease like that.
But yes, we can.
Yeah. So the true meaning of love among friends is if you can get a good cripple joke on me, we're friends for life. That's the way that works. So I immediately start thinking of lots of friends that I think are intelligent, have interesting things to say, whether they're funny or not. At least interesting to listen to for...
Yeah, because when we first started talking about this, we had like 8 people. We were like, that's
there's
a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, we don't even have that many mic ports in our mixer here. So
Yeah, we saw how fast that fell off.
So one of the first people I thought of was Bern over here. And so I shot him a text later that day. I was like, hey, we're going to do a podcast. Are you interested? And he said yes. And just kind of everything developed from there. So,
yeah.
Yep. So it's one of those things where we had an idea. And a month later, I bought a mixer. And then we got some mics. And then we got some mic stands. And we just started doing a bunch of practice episodes. And everything's spectacular. And of course, we have to give tons of credit to Bern over here because this guy did the opening music and the closing music for this show, which is on point.
Which is about to be re-recorded.
Yes.
But,
Good job,
at the
buddy.
time of this podcast,
Good job.
is being re-recorded. But, yeah, it was one of those things that, like, I didn't know. I just got a random phone call from Derek. He was like, "Hey, I gotta talk to you." He sent me a text. I was like, "Yeah, shoot me a call." Calls me, and he's brings it up, and I'm like, So, I mean, I worked with you guys previously, just to put that out there. That's how we all know each other. We all work together. I mean, me and Grizz, our wives talk to each other all day because they work with each other and have known each other for years. But, that's how, like, the circle kind of came to be. And I was just like, well, I know, like, I don't have, I mean, we've talked plenty, but the kind of the bullshit back and forth wasn't really something we always did. We didn't have a time when we worked, together. Yeah. We were on different floors. We were in different areas. Derek, I mean, I started working with his wife, and like I was in her class when we were, working at the, same company, and I remember, like, I immediately knew I was going to love this scumbag for life when I was just talking about something completely random, and he just, like, threw in, like, a crippled joke to make me feel bad, and I was like, oh, man. And then when he saw that I felt bad there for a second and his face lit up, I was like, I like this guy.
It was a little shock value,
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, I wasn't sure if you were offended. Then I realized that you just do that for Jess, and I was like, oh, man.
Well, that's the only way to live. I mean, you can go through life and laugh at it.
No,
okay.
I have to interject here because the first time that, I mean, I've worked with Derek for a while now, and probably for the first few months.
How long have you worked there?
Since January of 2010.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was there before you started.
Yeah, you were.
And
I started.
Derek was just like a pass in the hallway kind of, hey, how you doing kind of guy at first.
And you felt the breeze as I flew by on the scooter.
Exactly.
And you heard the whir of the motor.
Exactly.
Beautiful thing.
But the other scooter was a whole lot slower.
His cologne smells good. His cologne smells good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does.
Well, that's the thing. Sorry, side note. I went to high school with a kid who smelled horrible, and he was in a wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair back then, but he smelled bad. I knew at some point in my life I'm going to end up in a wheelchair or a scooter or whatever. And all I knew from high school on is I do not want to be that smelly, crippled dude. Like, bathe, dude. Bathe. It's not that hard. A little cologne, it's not that hard.
A little cologne goes a long way.
Yeah.
If you bathe.
If you bathe.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you can't you can't mask the funkiness that there is with cologne.
No, it's not Febreze.
Yeah. No. Febreze doesn't even work, dude. That's no.
Okay. Sorry, tangent. All right, what you were saying.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Yes, you'll get a lot of that, by the way.
But I knew Derek was going to be a friend for life from the first Christmas party that we had at
you're telling this?
Our company.
Day one, you're telling this story.
Absolutely. Okay. Just go in with it.
Dude,
all right,
I have to.
Go.
I have to.
Yeah, all right, that's right.
You're going to help me with this, too, because you're the one that did it. So
I was drinking. I have no idea what happened.
He knows. I'm sure there's video evidence.
There is somewhere.
No, there isn't. Not one picture or not one video was ever captured. I think because everybody was so in shock of what was happening that people just stayed with their mouth gaped open. Well, just tell the story.
I've never heard this before, so
you haven't.
No.
Okay. So we're there, and Derek's high fiving everybody. He's feeling good.
No, I was feeling great. I was like Tony the Tiger.
That's when we first started talking. Because it was during December, we started talking about football. He's a football fan, NFL guy. I'm not even going to mention who.
Patriots for life. Born into it. Born into it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Born into it. I'm not a bandwagoner.
Okay. So, at the end of the night, there was a dance off, and everybody gathers around. You feel like you're in high school. Everybody's like, oh, everybody's doing the whole hand motion, and So it comes down to like 4 or 5 people, and they're getting it. And there's this one cat there, J Flo, who's awesome. He does some rap stuff, great dancer, and he was doing moonwalks. I mean, everything. Like, and there was this other guy, Alan, that was there that was doing like break dancing, like spinning on his back and everything. And J Flo kind of surpassed him, and then all of a sudden, Derek comes busting in the circle and like is circling J Flo. Like circle him
like a shark,
like a vulture or a shark. Just circle him, and he's doing his head and he's waving his arms around. And then all of a sudden, he stops, turns his chair completely around, jumps out of his scooter onto the floor. Just a bunch of gyrations going on. I mean, it was like, and there was
fish
music,
out of water.
And then fish, and then everybody just like it was silent. All you heard was the music. And then the place exploded. Exploded.
I won the dance contest.
Yes. And you know what? J-Flo, it still hurts his heart a little bit.
It does.
It does.
It does. He was all mad. He said, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. And you came in right at the end. I did. I gave my drink to somebody. I said, here, hold this. I don't even know who I handed it to. And I just remember getting out there. I started with a robot. I remember starting with a robot. And then I slowly just, popped off my chair. And next thing you know, I'm on the ground, on my knees, just kind of pumping into the air, I guess you could say. And so I did that for probably about 10, 15 seconds. And then finally I was done. Now, everybody must know, once I'm off my scooter, there's no way I'm getting back on my scooter. Like, I'm down. I'm on the ground. I went all in on this. So I do that for 10, 15 seconds. I just kind of, cross my fingers across my neck like, okay, I'm done. And all I remember is looking up and seeing a swarm of people just come at me and surround me. And everybody's hit me on the head, screaming and yelling. And, man, that was a great night. I was lit.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was one of my crown achieving moments, and that put me on the mark in home serve. To this day, people in training hear that story. You'll see Derek; he's the one that won that dance contest. Go ask him about it. I get random people I don't even know be like, "Hey, I heard you won that dance contest 5 years ago." So, yeah, man, it's a good time. Good time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just picturing in my head is probably just the most amazingly epic thing.
It was pretty badass, bro.
That's awesome.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's how you met Derek. That's how you started talking to Derek that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd have to start talking to him on that night too.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, my friend was Drew. Drew's like, man, you can take any girl home tonight. Any girl home. I'm like, bro, I'm married, man. I can't do that. So, think about getting in that dance contest this year, though.
Yeah.
I'm divorced now, so that explains that show. So, anyways, enough of me. I know. I know. Such is life. So, yeah. So that's how Grizz and I kind of became friends. And Matt, did we just sit next to each other and just start?
Well, no, it's because I
music?
sat right next to Cynthia.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So
the ex.
Yeah, Cynthia's the ex. Before we go any further, I just want to make it very clear. Me and my ex are very good friends, and I'm not going to talk shit about her on here. I will make a couple divorce jokes because they're funny. But
Totally.
No, in no way, shape, or form am I going to be mean about her. I mean, she's a good person. Just, shit doesn't work out sometimes. I still love her, and I care for her. So this isn't going to be a thing where we're going to bash somebody that was in my life for 11 years and still is. And it's
on a regular basis, yeah.
Yeah. So,
no.
yeah. I mean, a lot of men just hate their ex, like just brutally. Just I want her to die. All right, pump your brakes, buddy. You gotta let shit go so you can move on in life. So, I mean, I've moved on. Life is great. I'm in a situation where I have wonderful friends, and I'm constantly going out and having a fun time, going and doing things with friends, and so life is good, man. Life is really good, and things like this podcast. This is something that we've worked on for 8 months now, and this is finally coming to fruition, and this is huge.
Right.
Kind of like you say you're going to do something, and
It
you just
doesn't
don't.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't find the time. And it was kind of one of those things, like when I even agreed to do it, he's like, let's do a podcast. And I'm like,
right.
Immediately you're like, okay, I'm going to start making excuses in my head. And I was just like, screw it. Yeah, why not? And here we are. Honestly, I think that, we took a while to get this out, but I think that we're pretty polished, and the way that we interacted was pretty quick. I mean, we were a little bit more diggy in the beginning.
It'll get there again.
It'll get there again, and it'll be hilarious. But, now we're at that point where the constant stream of nonsense is just absolutely perfect. It's
What are you
exquisite.
talking about? This is all legit, awesome conversation. Very important, intelligent stuff.
What was that about for Breeze just a few minutes ago?
I have no idea what you're
exactly.
talking about.
You don't even know what happened.
I'm
Was that
drinking
just
again. I'm drinking.
I thought you sneaked something in your coffee.
Little Baileys, right?
I thought it was more like
down
Natty
the
Ice.
coffee.
It's like a Natty Ice budget here.
Not a no.
Oh, Natty Ice in your coffee. Nothing
know.
classier.
Just having visions of college all over again.
Did that actually happen?
Man.
Natty
yeah, man,
Ice.
I used to have a tower of natty ice.
In your coffee, though.
No, oh gosh, no.
Okay, well, you haven't stooped that low yet. That's when you know you've hit rock bottom, by the way, kids. So
Drinking
Natty
natty
ice
ice.
in your coffee.
Or, you could go to a university for a frat party, and there's a mud bowl going on where girls play football in the mud, and they have warm kegs of Natty Light.
Ew. I can't drink warm beer at all.
It's like room temperature.
Disgusting.
It was, yeah.
It's already skunked. That's horrible.
Yeah.
You just ruined my day.
Yeah. So what
Thanks.
do you
Hey, that's what I do.
I know.
Thank you. I know. When I first met Grizz, I could walk.
Wow.
And then I couldn't. I was like, man, you just ruined my day. And he's like, that's what I do. I was like, all right.
But he was like, but it's also cool because I'll be your service bear.
Yes. The service.
Not the service bear.
Totally.
Yes, the service bear.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So I don't have a service dog, so I just ask Grizz to do shit for me.
Yeah.
So we call him a service bear. His beard is epic, by the way. You'll see it on our
Instagram page, Facebook page.
Facebook, all that stuff.
He's like a cross between Grizzly Adams and Gandalf. In a good way.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
He did, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
His, I think, was a little bit more epic than yours, but yours is pretty amazing.
Well, and the thing
Wasn't
about it
always.
is people need to, I guess, understand where the Grizz came from because it has nothing to do with the beard. I was nicknamed Grizz years and years and years ago before I had a beard. And I think I was 13 or 14.
It's a great nickname.
This beard is a gift and a curse because I was 13, 14 years old, having better facial hair than like seniors in high school. But my last name is Griswold, like the movies. Griswold, Clark W. Yeah. So
Awesome.
there we go. It just
Awesome.
kind of expounded from that
Right.
because he's called Grizz in the movie, the Christmas one, by the old uncle that comes. So he's like, hey, Grizz. And then I was in Boy Scouts years ago.
I bet you were.
Makes a lot of sense.
Explains a lot.
Explains his screaming at night.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
God.
Should have talked a little quicker. We wouldn't be able to talk over you.
Let's go in the woods, Matt. I know how to.
It burns now, right? It burns now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Bernie.
Oh, that just got dark.
Oh, totally.
Let's switch to you, man. Let's get some.
What do you want to know?
The Jewish Chilean New Yorker. That's what he is.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, around here, a lot of people. My last name is Bernstein. A lot of people.
Like
When
the
I say that,
Bears.
I will destroy you.
We got two bears. We have
Two service bears.
We have two service bears here.
I'm so happy right now. I'm going to get so much done. Can you get my laundry? Can you do my bathroom?
If you mean set it on fire, absolutely.
Somebody vacuum my floor.
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, my last name's Bernstein, but I'm Chilean because I was adopted. So that really confuses. Around here, people don't even because they're like a Bernstein. Like, I haven't heard that name ever, because there's like 5 Jewish people in this town. It's more than that. I'm just, just joking around. But in school, people would be like, his name is what? That doesn't fit, like, at all. Because
Funny. You don't look like a Bernstein.
It's funny. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, Spaceballs. Funny. She doesn't look Jewish.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Classic movie.
Exactly. So, yeah, and, I'm from New York City. My wife is from here. I can't see spending $2,400 a month in rent for, a closet.
Yeah, for an apartment smaller than Derek's place.
Right, exactly.
Hey,
So
now, whoa. Lay off Derek's place now for a second.
it's big enough for him.
Yes.
It's not about the size of the
Okay,
boat. It's about
first
the
of
motion
all,
in the
as long-
ocean.
As long,
First, hold on, time out.
as long as I can do a K-turn, I'm good.
K-turns for life.
K-turns. I live my life in K-turns.
Sometimes it's fun to just put something behind him, and he's like, damn it.
I know.
This is what happens. So I really want to the real topic that I think that we should discuss today, because we don't really have topics. Well, we have a topic and then we go off on tangents. That's what we do. But so it can start out with like an alien megastructure. It ends on hot pockets. Like that's just what happens. But today is great because just to kind of give a little background leading up to today. Last night we were all playing like video games and talking online until about like 1 a.m, and the whole entire time we had plenty of time to discuss the fact that we're going to be recording today, and we needed a topic, but we didn't. Instead, we talked about just random nonsense like what we do on this podcast. So I want to talk about procrastination today.
Procrastination took us 20 minutes to get there, but we're there.
We are there.
Let's see.
It's the first episode. Got to do some introductions.
Very fitting, very fitting.
But yeah, we had all this time to think of a topic, and it's our first episode and there's no topic.
I know. We finally got there. Yes, guys. 8 months to think about our first podcast topic.
Yeah, it's like, and also like, the music, for the show, intro and outro. We recorded that this week.
Yeah.
It's not even done.
Yeah.
Like,
which is badass. So it's really good.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, we're going to record that after we do the first podcast. It's like, yeah, we really got our stuff together. So, but I heard that's a sign of intelligence. So you guys are in for a wild ride.
I am super, super freaking smart then. Because I can procrastinate like I'm a mofo. Look at all those canvases over there that I said I was going to paint on.
When did you get those? In 2010 or so?
Oh, no, way before that.
Oh, wow, you've had them that long. Really?
I've had them since Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
That's epic.
I've had a few of those, yeah. So
okay.
Well, my motorcycle's been broke since May or end of April, and I was like,
he's like, all this beautiful weather. He's like, I'm not
going to get on that.
I'm going to get on that when it's too cold to get on that.
Exactly.
I know when you have to dress up in full leather just to go 10 miles.
He'd look pretty cool, though.
He would just have the beard showing. Everything else covered except your beard.
Well, the thing about it is I do have to get it fixed for Halloween because...
Yes. Are you telling everybody the costume idea? Great costume idea.
They will see it on the interwebs, but it's going to be a Harry Potter character, and it's just going to be epic. We'll just go ahead and say
a
that.
Harry Potter character with a beard. I wonder who that's going to be.
How can we narrow that one down?
And a motorcycle. Let's see here. I'll let people figure it out.
You just insulted our fan base, all 5 of them.
Are you dressing up for Halloween this year?
I never dress up for Halloween. I just never do.
Gosh, you don't celebrate anything. So
no,
I'm dressing up like a bull, and a coworker of mine's dressing up like a matador. So I'm just
that's awesome. A bull on a scooter.
Charging, yeah. Well,
okay, that's good, but still, nothing's better than what you had 2 years ago.
The Sandcrawler from Star Wars. Yeah, I'll try and get that on our Facebook page, so y'all can see what that was. Yeah, that was pretty legit, man.
The cardboard Sandcrawler was amazing.
Yeah,
it was like perfectly angled and everything.
It was no less than 8,000 degrees. I felt like Ace Ventura and the Rhino.
Oh my god!
It was so freaking hot.
It's one of the funniest parts in
that
any
is
movie. It's when he has to birth himself out of that thing.
I think that's one of the funniest moments in any movie ever.
Yeah,
I think it's just genius.
I remember seeing that in the theaters, and just the sound that was coming out of people was epic. Like, I don't even remember what the sound of the movie was, until I saw it like on like cable or something. But, it was just everybody was screaming so loud because that was just ridiculous.
Hilarious. Weren't we talking about procrastination?
Probably.
Okay.
I guess.
All right, so topic of the day.
Topic of the day, procrastination.
Oh,
gosh. So we've decided that we clearly must have ADHD, but we're not going to get medicated for your entertainment.
No, that would be dull. And we'd have everything done and prepared right before the podcast, so that would be boring, and you don't want that.
Yeah, it'd be like the East German version of Walking My Wheels, pre-fall of the wall.
Oh,
Welcome to Walking My Wheels.
I just died a little bit.
That was so dark.
Whoever's listening to this just wrecked their car. They just wrecked their car.
I know. So, oh, man. Turn my phone off.
Oh.
Ding, fries are done.
Who is it? Hello.
Oh, it's my mom.
Oh.
She wants to know how I'm doing. Mom, I'm doing great, and I'm sure you'll be listening to this later this week. So I love you, and have a good day, and thanks for giving birth to me. I know I can't walk very good, but hey, I'm making it do with what I got, which is a scooter, and it's awesome. I love you, Mom.
So procrastination?
Yeah.
It's like I'm grasping for straws.
I know. So yeah, it kind of leads back to this whole podcast thing, which is I do procrastinate a lot. And the fact that we've gone as far as to say, hey, I got this idea and let me turn that off real quick. we got
Wow.
we got this idea here, and we're gonna actually ride it out and work on it and develop it into something that we can actually put out there and actually get to the point where it's going to be online. It's something that that all three of us have worked on for quite some time, and now it's actually coming to fruition. I think that's amazing, being the massive procrastinators that we are.
Exactly.
I mean, this is one of the very few things in life where I've said I'm going to do this, and I've actually completed it. So I think this is kind of a huge moment for me personally, you know, to get here. And I'm more than ecstatic that you are the two friends of mine that are part of this, which is it's actually quite an honor to be sitting here with you guys, because it's exciting, man. It's exciting. It's a huge thing for me, for all you 5 listeners out there.
Yeah, my thing with it is like, you know, it's like we were doing this anyway. Why didn't we just add some microphones?
Yes.
You know, so just sitting around and bullshitting and going off on tangents about ridiculous nonsense. I mean, how many times did we get off the topic of procrastination already? You know, it's
true.
It's been about, what, like 8 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, with us, with me, you'll hear crazy stuff that my kids do, crazy things that my wife does. You know, again, we're just...
Not crazy things that he does, though. Apparently, he's the only sane one in the
family.
family.
He keeps it hidden.
That's right.
Yep. He puts them up. He writes them down on a little piece of paper, folds it up really small, and hides it in his beard.
He has a waste paper basket where he writes down all the crazy things that he does, and he sets them on fire every night.
It's a pretty good beard. He has a full size kitchen bag in his beard.
Yeah, he eats ramen out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
From 3 days ago.
Yeah, man.
Come on, he's a little classier than that. It's fresh.
All right.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about anything, everything, except for a couple of things. We're not going to dabble in politics or religion.
Yeah.
I actually want to keep fans or, you know, listeners and keep my relationship open with you guys. So
good. Yeah.
we got a lot of stuff coming up. There's some new video games coming out.
Movies.
Some new
Rogue One.
Rogue One is going to be...
Yeah. We like nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
We love Hot Pockets. That will be a regular topic of conversation.
Apparently, we talk about Hot Pockets a lot. You know, I haven't had a Hot Pocket in a few years.
There is some in the freezer.
Is it the Hot Pockets or is it the croissant
It's not the croissants. They didn't have the croissants. I was so disappointed. Croissant Pockets are really the best Hot Pockets.
So you bought that swill?
I
I'm
had
just
to.
kidding. It's okay.
Okay, let's let it go.
and actually, the only Hot Pocket that actually should exist is the ham and cheese.
Well, yeah.
I disagree. The other ones have some...
All right, how do I
They
unplug
have some
this mic?
validity.
I'm just going to unplug
No,
this
the other
mic.
ones. The other ones have their place, but number one is ham and cheese,
Which is at
We
the
got that.
bottom. It's at the bottom in the trash, maybe.
They don't have their place.
They have their place.
No.
Absolutely.
This is ridiculous.
There's prisons. There's all sorts of places, you know, where they serve them.
School lunches.
School lunches, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
I know they can get that Alfredo Hot Pocket, whatever the hell that's all about.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
What the chicken cordon bleu Hot Pocket? Hey, easy there.
I know.
Sorry.
They just beat up the microphone. What did that
Yeah, it is
microphone ever do to you?
It existed. It was born. It was manufactured.
So that's the end of our hot topic conversation there. A lot of times on this show, what we'll do is just bands that we're listening to, maybe newer stuff or even older stuff.
They could be they could be bands that you don't even know, or they could be classic bands that everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Like ZZ Top.
Like ZZ Top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that kind of stuff. If things that we like, we're just going to talk about. Kind of introduce you to stuff. You might have heard it. You might not have heard of it. But we like cool stuff. So we're going to
At least
try
we
and
think
share
it's
it with you.
cool.
No, you're right. We think it's cool.
Well, everybody thinks everything they like is
It
cool.
is cool.
So
It is cool. I'll go ahead and go out on a limb and say that.
there are people who wear Affliction shirts and think it's cool. I'm just kidding. Sorry for one of our 5 listeners.
Don't
wears Affliction
apologize.
shirts.
Yeah.
Don't
I
apologize.
don't care.
No apologies and no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. Yeah.
We actually were stuck behind a truck the other day that had that vinyl like bumper sticker. No regrets.
That's cool,
amazing.
Right? Seriously.
I wonder how many people look at that and don't even realize that it's a typo or what it's from.
I do want to mention a new Facebook page that started from a good friend of mine at work. It's called Artists You Should Know. Go like that page. It's just basically a few people getting together, and if they like bands or go to a concert and have a little video of it or just whatever, just things you see revolving around music, just the page just has it just for fun, just to take a look at it. You know, you like a band, you just throw it on there and just kind of introduce the world to it. So it's called Artist You Should Know. So take a look at that. And anybody else got anything?
Well, I mean, we also need to, our Walking in My Wheels.
Walking my wheels.
Walking.
It's Walking in My Wheels on Facebook.
Still doesn't know it.
Oh.
Still doesn't
Yeah,
know
still
names
doesn't
on
know.
podcast.
So what is
Still
the name?
doesn't
Is it Walking or is it
Walking.
Walking My Wheels?
It's Walking.
Okay.
Walking. Like, hey, guys, Christopher Walken kind of guy,
Hey,
So-
you're talking to my friend all wrong. You got the wrong tone. Do it again and I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
That was
Joe
good.
Dirt. You gotta move around, otherwise you can't really get it right.
What
Crazy eyes. Crazy eyes. Sorry.
That's okay. I just don't know what I just witnessed there, but
about your mother's a horseback?
where did that come from?
I don't know. He's going with Christopher Walken. I was going to try the Sean Connery.
I gotta ask you, does your mother sew? Boom! Get her to sew that. So, yeah. I just love Christopher Walken. I can't help it.
We need to get a video of that because you're just all over the place. I mean,
You have
He
to
was
in order to
bouncing-
really get it in your voice. It's kind of like Mark Hamill, like doing the Joker. Like he has to
That is
bring
the-
himself. He has to physically act it to get it out.
that is the craziest thing to watch him actually do that.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is awesome. Which probably my favorite cartoon of all time was the Batman the Animated Series. Like, hands down. That and probably Dragon Ball Z is I love.
You know what's really funny is like
Well,
a lot of Dragon Ball Z. I have to watch the Japanese version of it.
Yeah, because it's not edited.
It's not edited, but also that's the voices that I got used to because that's what my brother showed me. Like
Yeah.
from like beginning, like Goku as a kid, like that's what he showed me. So whenever I like see it like on TV and it's the dubbed version that is edited horribly, like it just messes with me. I can't watch it. It just irritates me to no end. But
Such a hipster.
I am a hipster. I like to listen to my podcast on vinyl.
I had to laugh. That was great.
So, all right. Well, everybody, that was our first podcast. I hope you liked it. Please like us on iTunes.
Hey, no, we're not done.
We're not
yet.
done?
No, we're not done
All right,
yet.
edited.
Now, you know
No.
what my favorite thing? Okay, so this is going to be something I had to bring up on the podcast because this is something that I've noticed that Derek does, is that whenever he edits out a joke, he leaves in, I just edited out a bad joke there, you know? So it's like you hear like a conversation and all of a sudden Derek says, I just edited out a bad joke. Well, that's the point of editing. You don't tell them that it just happened.
Well, I was going to plug our Instagram page because we need to start. We're going to be loading some stuff up on that as well.
Yeah, all this stuff is very fresh and very new, so there's not going to be a lot of content on it in the beginning.
Yet.
We're looking at possibly having a website down into the future a little bit. We're not quite there yet. I mean, this is brand new. We're going to see how it goes.
Yeah, so we'll have Facebook, not Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
None
is
of the twits.
what we're going to have. Last thing I wanted to plug before we ended the first podcast, I want to thank everybody for listening. You guys are awesome. But the hashtag #BeLove, that is something that we're really going to get behind on this podcast.
Hashtag #BeLove.
Yeah, everything that's happened in 2016. Again, we're not going to dive into it, but we're going to really promote and stand behind #BeLove. Hashtag #BeLove.
You get out of the world what you put into it,
Yes,
essentially. That's what we're
exactly.
trying to get at.
Yes, so try
You know,
to
So
be a part of the community a little bit, help out with things, and we don't know exactly what that entails at this moment, but just trying to be a part of the growth of this world and part of the growth of the community and positivity in this world. We'll cut on each other all day long,
right.
At
It's
some
all
point,
done in fun now.
At some point, all of us have been with somebody else's mom because those are the jokes and all that. We cut on each other
Yeah,
and
like
all that, but
1985, that was a joke. But
yeah, exactly. But you know my point. So
No.
I think what.
Wow.
I love you.
Bird's not going to make it to the next podcast.
So the whole point of it is just being good with each other and just caring for each other and adding joy and happiness to this world.
I think that was the whole entire point of even doing this. I mean, we kind of we're funny together. our nonsense flows pretty well. We wanted to bring you into this room with us, and have a good time, because
if we can put a smile on your face and help you get through the day, then that's what this podcast is about.
Yes.
Right. We want to bring you in with us. Hopefully that puts a smile on somebody's face, or I don't know, maybe you're just really intense and that just makes you angry. Whatever works for you. We're trying to be here and bring uplift people.
Yes.
So, and that's what we want to kind of do with Be Love, and we're trying to figure that out exactly what we need to do. But
well, we're trying right now, one cripple joke at a time. So.
Yeah.
And if y'all come up with a good cripple joke out there, feel free to email us at walkinginmywheels@gmail.com. Any comments, suggestions, whatever. We'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. And if we don't get back to you, that's okay too. Doesn't mean we don't care.
Doesn't mean we didn't laugh.
So, I am going to wrap this up. It's been running quite a bit. So, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play. I'm not sure if I can get us on that, but I'm working on that. iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. We're going to have a Facebook page with links. You said what, Instagram?
Yeah, we are going to have an Instagram page as well.
So Walking My Wheels, just look through that. And we really appreciate everybody listening. Any final thoughts, any words? We're good?
Not here.
Hey, hashtag Be Love, Grizz out.
All right.
Deuces.
Take care. And remember, everybody, even a speed bump can be a jump.
Thank you for supporting Walking in My Wheels. You can listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If you have something to say, email us at walkinginmywheels@gmail.com. Keep being awesome people and hashtag Be Love.